Salamanca is an entire district in the city of Madrid. It holds significant importance because of its historical significance, residential prestige, and diplomatic and institutional presence. It is also a commercial center and a cultural hub. But how did globalization and people change this neighborhood over time? First of all, Salamanca was impacted by globalization in multiple ways. Salamanca's historical treasures are more appreciated and preserved as a result of increased tourism and cross-cultural exchange made possible by globalization. When tourists come to Madrid from all over the world, they support the district's historical sites and local businesses, which helps to keep the area economically vibrant. Cross-border ideas and styles have impacted architectural trends as a result of globalization. Salamanca's architecture is influenced by both international and local architectural movements, including Art Nouveau and Neoclassical. This combination of architectural features emphasizes how cities are connected to one another and how ideas are shared in today's globalized society. In Cartographies of Madrid, Silvia Bermudez and Anthony L. Gais discussed architectural elements of Madrid in several contexts. The book highlights the symbolic importance of monuments and architecture in developing a national architecture aligned with the Franco regime's objectives, with El Escorial serving as a proposed model. Additionally, it briefly narrates the architectural history of the ASCA grouping, describing it as the financial center of Madrid that comprises important buildings and skyscrapers, indicating the area's bustling professional and commercial activity. The Nuevos Ministerios buildings are mentioned as a statement to the literal and symbolic reconstruction during the Franco regime, with their construction beginning in the Second Republic and completing post-war with modification that aligned with the regime's preferences, such as the replacement of brick by granite. As we can see, the architecture of Madrid, especially in Salamanca, drastically began to change in order to become what it is today. Salamanca's historical significance is acknowledged not only by regional but also internationally through projects aiming at cultural heritage preservation. In order to preserve and restore famous sites like the Puerta de Alcalá and the Plaza de Colón and make sure that they are still accessible to future generations in the face of globalization, international organizations, partnerships, and financial sources are involved. In Salamanca's Spain map and history, we can learn more about the beautiful history of this district in Madrid. It's not only that it has a very important historical significance, but also a religious one. There are multiple universities in that district that include all types of ethnicities. Salamanca's standing in the global luxury market is intimately linked to its status as a posh neighborhood. Globalization has made it easier for money to move across national borders, which has resulted in an increase in the number of wealthy people looking to invest in and live in upscale areas like Salamanca. The district's premium real estate market serves a multinational clientele, reflecting demand from throughout the world. In Salamanca, Madrid's historic upscale neighborhood attracts international interest. By Kochkin, it is discussed about Salamanca and the premium real estate market and what kind of people live in such a neighborhood. Salamanca has a wealth of cultural legacy which is evident in its historical site, customs, and regional practices. Accepting cultural heritage can increase a person's sense of community and kinship with the history and custom of the place. Salamanca is not immune to outside forces that shape people's identities in a globalized society. By assimilating into local communities, maintaining facets of their cultural identities, and overcoming obstacles like language barriers, prejudice, and cultural adaptation, immigrants can negotiate their sense of belonging. Chanda Tsai talked about the richness and complexity of individual and collective human experiences in the liverwort who wanted to take root. In Salamanca, cultural creation has a big impact on maintaining cultural legacy and forming group identities. Traditional music, dancing, and storytelling are examples of cultural expressions that support environmental protection, indigenous rights, and cultural preservation. These movements fortify their sense of self and resiliency in the face of social, political, and economic difficulties by recovering and reviving cultural practices. We can see that in her book, Stephanie Seibert explores the study of modern Spanish culture. Increased migration occurs frequently as a result of globalization, both within and across national borders. Salamanca's cultural diversity may be enhanced by the influx of immigrants from other nations or from various regions of Spain. Upon relocating into the city, individuals from many backgrounds infuse the local fabric with their languages, cultures, and traditions. However, when people struggle to maintain their sense of identity in a society that is evolving, variety can also lead to conflict. Rose Tehrani talks about her university experience in Salamanca, in embracing differences in Salamanca. To sum it all up, Salamanca is a dynamic crossroads of globalization, history, and culture where a variety of factors have shaped its relevance, growth, and identity. Salamanca epitomizes the intricacies of modern urban life in a globalized world, from its rich architectural legacy to its function as a diplomatic and cultural center.